What is better, walking away from a client and trouble or doing every business that goes your way? It depends on several things. But most often, when you deem something as problematic, you should really, really consider whether your gut, your inner, thought process gives you reason for it that you are red flagging the situation. And if so, keep special care, double check the facts, double check the circumstances, double check the client, what you are actually knowing, what you assume but you're not knowing, what you assume or have been told but don't have any evidence, don't have any reassurances, and just have a double check about reality. Because when your gut feeling tells you there's something a problem, it usually is. Second thing is, don't ever do things below standard. Even if you sense you are not going to be paid, or even if you got agreed on a low level of money compensation, never do something below standards. Of course, there will be exceptions to this rule, but mostly never do it below standards, because you always be have a problem in the long term, perhaps even the midterm, and perhaps even the short term. The client can refuse to pay, although it's just a minor infraction. The client will tell everybody that you did a bad job, although he actually specified the job to be done as it was. So never put yourself in that situation where somebody can say from glimpsing at your work, it was done poorly. So it's better to reject an offer and say, look, I cannot do it for this amount of money because the product would be, the red result will be crap. I can do it for this amount. The product will be at least sustainable. It won't be perfect, but I do suggest you take this for this kind of money. Avoid doing some subpar, substandard work, because that will haunt you in the long run. If you want to make a lot of money, and hopefully you do, because that's why you became an entrepreneur or a freelancer or businessman or just somebody who's trying to earn a buck, a side hustle. If you want to grow, you need to grow your reputation, your experience. You will damage your experience, reputation faster that you will gain them. That's unfortunately how things are, especially the networks. So don't do every job, especially the jobs that you think you will do either a lousy job, but you should be careful, because sometimes we need to take on bigger projects because that's the only way we can work, or perhaps the circumstances of the order is such that you will not be able to do, nor will anybody else be able to do a good work, because the client just has some impossible needs and circumstances and facts. So don't do something you will not be proud of a couple of years from now, even though the money sounds good. Especially don't do something bad or don't do something shady if you don't know everything about the case, if you don't know the whole story. There have been, instances where there was some shady business and it came back to haunt the freelancer in several layers, losing the money, paying even up somebody else, getting in all kind of trouble, losing money, losing time, losing effort, losing reputation. So don't go there. Be safe and take care, and hopefully you will be successful.